My content is for 13 and up or adult collectors of the product. Hello everyone! For this video, we'll be taking a look at Guilty Luinor L7. And before we continue with this video, subscribe to the channel with bell notifications on. So this is a part of the new wave for QuadDrive. We could get whatever we're able to actually get. And I'm pretty excited to actually take a look at this. And let me know your thoughts in the comments. So the one thing we have to get out of the way is we have to really give Hasbro credit, because now I finally understand why the name is Guilty. It's guilty because it lost everything that made it good. But all joking aside, you know, the box art looks neat, you know, that's a positive, right? So this was like the best attacker in Dynamite Battle, and I'm very curious to see how it does in QuadDrive. So back of the box, and obviously a QR code at the end. So for this one, it has Destroy, and I believe as the attachment, and I think the base is Guard or something, I don't know. So because this is the unboxing in the video, if I don't actually open it, the comments are, well, it's not technically an unboxing. You have our bulky driver, Karma, and Guilty. So starting over with our part by part, we have our drive chip, which is Luinor L7. So, oh, actually, I want to mention this because everyone's going to point this out. So the base of it is blue, not white. Okay, the reason why they do this is a tactic they've done from Surge. So because to use a cheaper mold in production, right? What they'll basically do is that instead of multiple parts, it's always one piece. So what they're doing is they're painting on top. So the entire base is like this light blue, and they're just painting on top. But I wouldn't mind if they just put a little bit more, but whatever. So as far as a side-by-side, I should also mention that obviously the original Takara Tomy features metal. Hasbro does not. Whatever. It is what it is. The real thing that I feel is like, come on. So every time I hear, oh, they look pretty close to Takara Tomy. Now, if you look side by side, I can see their point if you close your eyes and you never look at this, because the eyes are missing on the other side. Come on. At least if they did like the entire chip for the eyes, I would be like, whatever, but that's kind of an insult. A little bit. Okay, but that doesn't really matter, right? Appearance doesn't really... Okay, so how are the slopes? All right, now I have good news for you. Okay, Hasbro fans, guess what? For the slopes for Luinor, it's the exact same as Fafnir, Balkesh, and Cobra. It is terrible slopes. They are very weak in resistance. Like, all of the lefts are relatively the same. It's not tight. I at least thought maybe they could have made Luinor tight. That would have been nice, you know? Would have been like our first good one. All of the drive chips, if you don't put it on the tight spring drivers and you put it on a regular driver, it's terrible. And even on the tight springs ones, a lot of them are not really that viable, so you're very limited in options. I feel like for QD, all of them just have, like, bad resistance to, like, okay. But, yeah. The only real unfortunate part is, because if we're looking at this objectively, okay, whatever. No gimmicks, whatever, I can get that. But if the slopes aren't good, that's unfortunate. Now we get to the Guilty Blade. Ooh my. You know what's the worst part? Is my camera can't focus because this thing has like no paint on it, so it's blending in. Okay, so obviously, you know, again, the original one had all the metal dragons and everything, all the metal on there, and with Hasbro, no, I would have still liked it even if all the stuff was stripped away, whatever. It would have been nice. Would have been nice. At the very least, if it was just painted the rest of it. They didn't even do it all the way. They only painted 2 dragons on there. The other 2 are not painted. This section's not. It would have been nice. Aside from that, what really hurts the actual design is not even the fact that there's no metal, but if you notice, alright, they kind of rounded off the contact points. That's a no-no. It basically reduces its attack potential, so if you notice, it's rounded off. And also, what's kind of sad is that obviously, yeah, the underside is completely gone. But the thing is that if you remember with Guilty Longinus, it was all about how many dragons there are. Okay, let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 dragons. Okay, Hasbro, there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Technically speaking, there's only 1 because they didn't paint the rest of the eyes, so I assume they're dead. But no, on a serious note, the underside being removed and just hollowed out does actually hurt it a lot, because the more hollow it is and whatever, the less effective it's actually going to be. So Guilty did get really roughed out by Hasbro. Even if we can accept it, they don't do the gimmicks, whatever, that's fine. But when they do aggressive investor cuts like this, you know, it does hurt the actual release. Now, I'm sure for QuadDrive, this will probably be better than Vanish and Wrath. Maybe not Roar, but if you're looking for that for QuadDrive only, you maybe got that going for you, okay? So trying to be as fair as possible right now. And moving on, we have our disc. La la. Karma. So, it's very interesting how they handled it. So, if we do a side-by-side, side-by-side. Oh, this does look weird. Yeah. Wait, am I just holding it the... Yeah, okay. So with the Karma side-by-side, yeah, it looks a little, is it sharper, or am I tripping right now? Maybe it's just the modified shape, but if you're wondering, the entire lower half of Karma is gone. Oh, that's why it looks so different, because they flatten it. Okay, that's why. So now this is like more of a buzzsaw disc. Now, if you're wondering how good was Karma for Takara Tomy, it was kind of just a low-tier attack thing. I'm sure probably the same here, although even weight's probably going to hurt it. This just looks like Hurricane if it was a DB disc now. It's so different. That's weird. Whatever. I don't know. I guess maybe for QD, if you want like an aggressive disc, should be fine. It's not really too sharp, so I don't think you should be damaging anything. Hopefully. But, no, it looks whatever. Alrighty, now let's get to the performance tip, because that's actually a highlight for it. I know, you're going to be surprised. Whoa. It's being really generous to the thing. Okay, so this is supposed to be Destroy. So obviously the original one was with Metal Destroy, Metal Cap, whatever, basic, okay? So whatever variation they do, cool, whatever. This is my same thoughts on the Raid Lúinor. So they got the coloring, I think, kind of alright. I think it's kind of close to the Switch. Not really. Okay, it's a different shade. But, yes, obviously there is no free spin on the Hasbro Destroy attachment, though it is pretty thick. It does it's a little bit ironic in a way, because, in a sense, we basically now have 2 Jaggies. Because this is just like a bigger Jaggy at this point. I don't know, maybe this could be aggressive or whatever. It doesn't look as tall as Destroyer SPM, which I can compare in it. Actually, you wanna know what? Let me compare real quick. So if you remember in Speedstorm, we had another Destroy variant, and I'm not talking about we don't talk about the Hypersphere one. We're talking about real Destroys. And this one's slightly shorter, so... And it's a little bit wider, so this should have probably less destabilizing issues, so... Maybe this is alright. For QuadDrive at least, just for QuadDrive. In general, I don't know. But what really makes this the highlight is the fact that the performance tip has a tight spring. So even though the slopes are pretty bad, because of this, it does compensate slightly for the release. So if I take this apart, now if we look at the symbol, this looks like it's supposed to be, yeah, this is guard for QuadDrive. Although, like a mini one. So the one thing I have to give credit to is that I've always made fun of them for doing it because it is just cost cutting, but they finally, at least this time, didn't flatten the bowls on the Bey. So you'll notice it is not semi-flat. A lot of times they do a semi-flat just to cut costs. They didn't this time, so credit where credit's due. Technically speaking, you could probably put this on your Balkesh, and that is like probably better than the Toll Moment. So in a way, they're kind of just, yeah, whatever. It's at least nice for that. So on the bright side too, you probably at least have probably one of the better QuadDrive bases. I think the other one that was good was yielding. So yeah, credit where credit's due, man. Alrighty, now let's weigh the parts and you know, let's see what's up. Okay, so as we're getting the scale out, I should also mention that yeah, obviously the 2 armor, the gravity ring, whatever. Gravity rings are just cosmetic since there's no metal weighting, so whatever. Okay, so for Takara Tomy, for this one in specific, 10.04. 10.04 versus 4.58. Guilty. A behemoth sitting at 17.06. Now let us see the innovation that is QuadDrive. Let me dose. 1.5 versus 3.78. So now karma for Takara Tomy is about like 29.21. No, I was thinking because of how the handle tapered, you know, maybe we could get to like a 26 gram karma at least. That would have been cool, right? And how many stars is this? Is that 4 stars? I can't tell. How many stars is this? I think that's, oh wait, I think that's 4. Wow. 24.93. So maybe you get to 25, though it would have been nice. That's kind of just like, okay, I guess. Now, Metal Destroy is about 8.9. Okay. Now, Destroy Attachment is about 2.22 and 5.52. Altogether, still weighs less than Metal Destroy because obviously there's metal there. Alrighty. Now, for the final weights, we're going to compare, we're going to go from Guilty and then after we're going to go all the Luinors. 79 grams, okay? Now, Lost was 40.86. Nightmare is 42.43. Brutal is about 37.15. Zwei is about 40.44. And then after Raid is about 45 because obviously of Destroyer SPM. So in total, 46 grams. So regardless, I think the best Lúinor, competitively viable for Hasbro, is still their Lost. If we're talking the best plastic Lúinor, I still think that goes to Zone Lúinor for the shape, since it's not as nerfed. But aside from that, you know, let's now take a look side by side. So first, let's just take a look normal. If they painted a wee bit more, honestly, I would be fine with it. So now if we show a side by side, yeah, this is like as clear as day. This is, that's why I don't get it. If anyone looks at Hasbro and Takara Tomy to say the Hasbro one looks good, it's like, well, maybe like the blue there, I guess. I think the blue there actually is kind of nice, but the rest is not, and then, yeah. Oh my god. You can see the difference side by side. Why do they do it? Okay, now let's... So what we have to do now is we have to get this in high mode. Alrighty, high mode. Any quick side by side. And high mode, that's what it looks like. I feel like even though the driver has like an alright spring, I feel like it might still be a little bursty. Hopefully I'm wrong, because I'd like this to do well. I'd like one of them, even if it's just because of the driver that they can do it. If we're talking about the Luinors, we peaked at Nightmare. After that, it was all down. Alrighty, so we have our stadium set up here, so let's first do a test launch. So we're going to start off attachment whatever. Low mode, 3, 2, 1, let's rip. So you do get some aggressive movement in the QuadDrive Beystadium. I do think, in terms of design, it's, I guess, better than Destroyer Speedstorm because they didn't make it stupid tall. But also, it doesn't have the Destroyer gimmick, so it's kind of like, whatever. But let's see how this thing does. Okay, we've got Vanish. Actually, Vanish it should beat, because Vanish has, like, terrible same spin. It should. Wow, it went to Vanish Hard OS. Rebel Kish. So it's not better than Vanish. Can at least beat Roar? Bro. It can't even beat Roar. No, really? What? Okay. Okay, but Magma, come on. This was like an anime battle. Guilty versus Magma, come on. Yeah, of course Guilty, right? Don't tell me it's losing to Magma. It hasn't beaten anyone yet. I'm a little surprised. I would have thought it would have beat like one of them. No way it loses to Magma. Wow. It lost to Magma. Okay. Destruction Bellfire. That's gotta be it. Maybe it's like best against attack stuff. Alright. Plus, you know, they never did the gears for Bellfire, so it should be even easier. Alright, look at it go. At least it beats Bellfire, right? Alright, well, yeah, it's something, I guess. Alright, well, sorry, my dear friend, but we have to. Oh god. Oh, no. Okay, I guess that's the one battle we need for the video. Let's try it, base, I guess? So, let it rip. Okay, very nice. I was a little bit worried if you hard launch it, it would be like Moment and it would go crazy. Okay, so you wanna know what? I'm liking the Guard QuadDrive, you know? It's got maybe some potential, Okay, so let's try to see how it does. Straight shoot it. Actually, Vanish, it should probably beat. Maybe I should have reversed it because it's defense on the base. Yeah, let's reverse it, but it does seem like it probably has like nice stamina. Maybe it'll burst Magma like this? Actually, well, no matter what, it should... Okay, so basically for the both of them, it should OS either way because of the shape and everything, so... Come on. Alrighty, so now I have this in high mode, so just to show off, high mode without the attachment. 3, 2, 1, let it rip. Very nice. Okay, we got Bellfire. Now it's the real duel. Yeah, Gets hard OS'd, okay. Yeah. I do think that maybe we can get at least one cool burst in this thing. Can it do it, please? Bro, the stamina just dies at the end, like, hard. Okay, whatever. Alrighty, well, we all knew it was coming to this. Getting pummeled. Alright. So let's give our final thoughts. Okay. I mean, the core is like the same as all of them, so if you're looking for value there, not really. The blade seems like okay. I thought I would be able to beat Vanish and Roar. Doesn't seem, I don't know. Also, you're gonna need something like tight, so you're very limited in your options. So, not a fan. The Karma Disc, I don't know, maybe you can use for like attack QD combinations, I guess. The Destroy attachment on her seems okay. I think the highlight is the base that is guard, but aside from that, is it worth getting? Maybe if you just want the tight spring guard, otherwise there's not really anything else that's like, especially if you're a Hasbro fan, that like would be really worth the purchase. So this is the QR code. Now at the time of the recording, the app is not updated yet, so it'll probably not work until afterwards, but yeah. So really only one real redeemable part, I guess, in this, and the rest is just like blech. But let me know your thoughts in the comments. Do you like Guilty Lúinor? Do you not like Guilty Lúinor? What do you think? What videos do you want to see with Guilty? I think this one's maybe well deserved of a full QD marathon. And yeah. I want to say thank you all for watching, and I want to mention before you leave off that we have a store where we currently just have pre-orders for Gatling Dragon.
Yeah, for now, yes.
For now, and eventually other stuff. There's other Dynamite Battle, Sparking, BU stuff.
Monday to see if we're gonna have extras of the...
Yeah, hopefully we have extras, but yeah. I want to say thank you all for watching. Have a wonderful day and bye.